серьезную озабоченность.
Our major concern is the US and military buildup near the Russian borders.
NATO's presence in Ukraine is growing. The situation is aggravated by the supply of helicopters and drones from the United States of America and their allies.
Если ракетные
If
комплексы
the US and NATO deploy their missile systems in Ukraine, the missiles will be able to reach Moscow in 7 to 10 minutes, and hypersonic weapons could reach it in less than 5 minutes.
до 5. Нам нужны долгосрочные.
We need long-term, legally binding security guarantees. But we know well that even these can't be trusted.
Нельзя верить.
Even legal guarantees aren't foolproof because the US can easily withdraw from any international agreement they lose interest in for any reason whatsoever.
То, что сейчас происходит,
The current developments, these tensions in Europe, that's their fault. If our Western colleagues keep up their aggressive line, we will respond with matching military measures. We will respond firmly to any hostile moves, and we have every right to do so. Because we all know how they use all sorts of pretexts, including their own security reasons, to act thousands of miles away from their borders.
Let's give our praise and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Rashad, double honor to Apostle and the brothers speaking to you from the world. Shalom to the elect. Shalom, let's go Joel to the 1. Verse 15, it says, Alas, for the day of the Lord is at hand, as destruction from the Almighty shall it come. Right? From the destruction from the Almighty shall it come. We have again Joel chapter 1, verse 15. Alas, for the day of the Lord, Yahweh Bashimasha is at hand, and destruction from the Almighty shall it come. Joel 2 and 1. It said, Blow through the trumpet in Zion, and sound the holy line on my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord come forth is not at hand. Right? The day of, man, he's blowing you the trumpet in Zion. Joel, let's go 2. A day of darkness and gloomy, a day of cloud and thick darkness, and the morning spread upon the mountain, and the great people and strong, there have not been ever there like it, neither shall be any more after even the year of many generations. Again, Joel chapter 2 verse 1, it said, Blow you the trumpet in Zion, and the holy mountain, in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord come forth. It is not at hand, a day of darkness and gloomy, a day of cloud and thick darkness, and the morning spread upon the mountain, and great peoples, and a strong there have not been even like it, neither should be any more after even been the year of many generations. Well, 3. The nation will be judged. Joel to the 3 verse 1. For behold, in those days, in the time which I shall bring against the captain of Judah and Jerusalem, and I also gather all nations, and I will bring them down unto the Jehoshaphat, valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them for my peoples and for my inheritance Israel, who thou hast scattered among the nations, have parted my land. And they had cast lot of my people that had gave a boy for a harlot, and so girl for wine, and they made drink. Yet, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Dada, and all the coasts of Philistine? Would I render me a recompense, and a recompense me swiftly and speedily? I will turn your recompense upon your own head. Right? He will turn your recompense upon your own head. Verse 5, because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried unto my temples my good and pleasant things. The children also of Judah, the children of Jerusalem, you have sold unto the Greeks, that you may remove them far from thy borders. Yeah. Verse 7, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own head. Joel 3 verse 8. Your critical of this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty man, and let all the men war draw near, let them come up. Beat your pilishers and the sword and your hooks unto your spirit, and let the weak say I'm strong. Right, let the weak say I'm strong. Let's go back to, let's go down a little bit, hit right into it. Where is it at? So, damn, I think I passed it. Oh boy. Yeah, I got it. Joel 3 verse 14. The multitude of the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon should be darkness, and the stars should withdraw their shine. The Lord also should rule as of Zion, and under his voice from the Jerusalem, and the heaven and the earth should shaken, but the Lord will be the hope of his peoples, and the strength of the children of Israel. Why the children of Israel? Joel chapter 3 verse 13. Multitude in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashmasha is near in the valley of decision. Go to Isaiah. Body of warriors is the confusion, noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this should be burning with fury of fire. Right, burning with fury and fire. Isaiah 95. For every battle of the warrior is with confusion, noise, and garment rolled in blood. But this should be burning and fury of fire. Right, burning. Isaiah 5. Isaiah 13 verse 5, and they came from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Destroys the whole, what did it say? Judgment on the day of the Lord, man. Isaiah 13 verse 5. They came from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, the weapon of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Holla, for the day of the Lord is at hand. Yahweh should come at destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they should be afraid, and pain, and sorrow shall take hold of them, and they should be in the pain as a woman that travail, and they should be amazed at one another, their faces should be as flame. Behold, the day of the Lord come cruel, both with wrath, fury, anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall restore the sinners thereof out of it. Again, Isaiah 3 and 9. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh shall come cruel, both with wrath and fury, and anger to lay the land desolate, and he should destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah. Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah chapter Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord vengeance, and he render her unto her a recompense. Read that again. Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord Yahweh Bashem shall vengeance, and he will render unto her a recompense. Verse 7. Babylon being a golden cup in the Lord's hand, they made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Right, the nations are mad, man. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed, and holler for her. Take blame for her pain, for so be she may be healed. We will heal Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone unto their own country. For her judgment reach unto heaven, and it lift up even to the sky. Let's get it closed. Let's get a couple more. Out. Revelation 18. What is it? Revelation 18 verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven say, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaking of her sins, and receive none of her plagues. For her sins have reached up to heaven, and the Most High remember her iniquity. How much you should glorify herself. Revelation 8 and 7. How much she had glorified herself, and lived deliciously so much turmoil and sorrow. Give her, for she said in her heart, I sit as a queen, and no widow should see no sorrow. Revelation 18 and 8. Therefore should her plague come in one day, death, mourning, famine, and she should be utterly burned with fire. For the strong of the Lord our power, who judges her. Right, who judges her, man. Revelation 18 and 8 goes out with this. Therefore should her plagues come in one day, death, and mourning, and famine, and she should be utterly burnt with fire. For the strong of the Lord our power, who judges her.
Серьезную озабоченность.
Our major concern is the US and military build-up near the Russian borders.
NATO's presence in Ukraine is growing. The situation is aggravated by the supply of helicopters and drones from the United States of America and their allies.
If the US and NATO deploy their missile systems in Ukraine, the missiles will be able to reach Moscow in 7 to 10 minutes, and hypersonic weapons could reach it in less than 5 minutes. We need long-term, legally binding security guarantees. But we know well that even these can't be trusted. Even legal guarantees aren't foolproof, because the US can easily withdraw from any international agreement they lose interest in, for any reason whatsoever.
То, что сейчас происходит,
The current
это
developments,
напряженность,
these
как
tensions in Europe, that's
это
their
их
fault.
вина. В случае
If our Western
продолжения
colleagues keep up their
агрессивных
aggressive line,
коллег,
we will
мы
respond
будем
with matching military
адекватными
measures.
ответами
We will respond
военных
firmly to any hostile moves,
на
and we have
недружественные
every
шаги
right to do so,
жестко реагировать. И, хочу
because we all know how they
имеем
use
на
all
это
sorts of
полное
pretexts,
право. Имеем полное
including
право
their
на
own
действия,
security
призванные
reasons,
обеспечить
to act
безопасность
thousands of
и
miles
суверенитет
away
России.
from their borders.
Close it out right there. Give it all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Shema Rashah, done with unto apostle. May the blood speak the truth from the world. Shalom.